We are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. Hope you're all having an absolutely tremendous day so far. It's great to have you all here. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band. I say band, it's one guy. He's called Cincinnati Bowtie, and specifically, we're going to be checking out his latest track, which is called "Keeper of the Light." Came out about 3 weeks ago, give or take. So I am very, very much a fan of Cincinnati Bowtie. I did a reaction video for their track 3 Where Loga. I'm basically 100% sure that I'm saying that incorrectly. I did a reaction for that about 8 months ago, I think it was. And one thing that I like to do around here is if I decide to do a reaction video for a band, I like to listen to all of the music. And usually what happens is, you know, the band will have maybe 1-2 EPs, a couple of singles here and there, so it won't take too much time. This guy, on the other hand, I mean, holy moly! I don't have my notes in front of me that I took down while researching this dude, but I think he's got. It's like 3 full-length albums, and when I say full-length, I mean like, you know, 45-minute plus. And he's got singles. I think he's got some covers on his Spotify as well. So the guy's been working crazy. So it took a lot of time to actually do that, and I became very, very, very well acquainted with his music. If you want to hear me go into all the detail, you know, like talk about the evolution and what's changed and all that type of stuff, just go onto my YouTube channel and just check out the reaction I did for, you know, to just type Cincinnati Bowtie 3 Where Loga. I'll probably link it, actually. But in fact, not probably, I will link it just down below. And if you want to go and check that out. I don't want to go over it like every single time I do a reaction video for this guy. But what we are going to do is we are going to actually check out 3 Where Loga, just to catch everyone up to, just get everyone on the same page. And then we can check out Keeper of the Light. So, yeah, this is the one that I did a reaction video for. It's a hell of a track, and this will give you an idea about what madness we're about to step into. So, yeah, Cincinnati Bowtie 3 Where Loga. Let's go. I mean, it's a hell of a track, and like really, really fucking ambitious. Like, excuse me, like not to not to talk shit about, like not to talk shit about like bands that write kind of like 3-minute songs, sometimes like minute and a half long songs. You know what I mean? Like you get like grindcore bands and some slammy bands and porno grind and stuff. They can fire stuff out because there's less kind of nuance to it, and the tracks aren't like, almost like 9 minutes long. I'm not saying every single one of this guy's tracks are 9 minutes, but when he really goes for it, he really, really goes for it. Like, and that acoustic guitar with the just really, really good stuff. And I mean, I forgot how brutal the vocals get towards the end there, actually. That's Danny Villarreal and Adam Spencer featuring as well. I think they were responsible for some of that absolute horror show in this line of work. Horror show is a big gold star. It's a really, really good song. Like, that's the type of shit that this guy's been producing single-handedly for, I think he's been around for about 5 or 6 years. Dare I say, probably longer than that, actually. But like, like proper full length like albums, not like kind of half-hearted, just putting out like, EP after EP. It's very good, very, very good. I strongly recommend you go and watch my other video where I break down the history of the project and stuff. I strongly recommend that. Right, so let's get into the latest one. Cincinnati Bowtie, Keeper of the Light. Right, Keeper of the Light. Got my pen, got my paper, take some notes, and okay, let's go. Let's see what's up. Whoa. Okay. Cincinnati, Bowtie. Make sure I get the name right. Keeper of the Light. First off, I wonder, did he rent those masks, or is that his personal collection of masks, or did he borrow them off a friend that has a very extensive, exquisite pair of masks? I wonder. But all joking aside, before we even get into the music, that was a really, really good looking music video. Love the fact that it was in, you guys wouldn't see it, it was in like 50 frames. It was one of those weird ones that doesn't go up to 60, it goes up to 50 frames for whatever. But you guys won't see it because my videos are in 30 frames a second. But really cool effects. The masks were looking fucking great. Really, really smooth, and just overall really, really professional looking music video. That's how you do it. If it's just yourself, that's how you get it done. Yeah, nice contrast and colors. Went with the music. That was really, really good. So now, for the song, business as usual for Cincinnati Bowtie. And I don't mean that in a kind of business as usual. I mean business as usual as in fucking really, really good black and deathcore, like really, really good black and deathcore, atmospheric deathcore, whatever you want to call it. The mix was particularly punchy on that track. What whoever does the mixing, I don't know if the guy literally does every fucking thing. Like, I don't know if it's like he's also like, he's also the mascot for the band as well type thing. He's like, he's in the kitchen and then he's also driving the tour bus and like, all that type of shit. He's everywhere at the same time. But the mix on that was particularly punchy, especially the drums. The drums were not just how they were being played. I mean, it might be programmed. You might actually be playing it. It doesn't really matter. How they sounded, the actual arrangement of them was also really, really good as well. It reminded me of a band called Of Ruin. Very, very similar to Of Ruin overall. Actually, go check out those guys. Those guys are really, really good. I'm just gonna play the intro for a little bit and then we'll just jump into it from there. Okay, for example, note how many times the drumming pattern changes in just the space of, I don't know, was it 15 seconds? We'll time it, right? But just note how tight those drums sound. And then second of all, the actual arrangement of them. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Really tight. Really, really tight. And I can't say enough good things about that mix. You can hear... Okay. I'd like to hear some more bass, but I think at this point, that's becoming a bit of a tired cliche on this channel, because I say that with basically every deathcore track. I always prefer my mixes to have like a little bit more bass in them, but that's more of a personal thing. So this brings us on to the first highlight. This groove here is really tasty. those bipolar drumming is the only way I can describe it. It's just he gets settled on a technique and then goes on to another one, and then waits a couple of bars and then goes on to another one. It's uniform, but it's also chaotic in its structure. It's very good. Yeah, it's really, really good. Okay, next part, 140-ish. Let's go from here. So epic, man. Just sounding absolutely gigantic. That's the wrong button. Especially the guitar work there. That drum roll, that descending, it sounds descending. That's really nice. Very, very tasty. Very tasty. Right, next section. So, as blackened as this sound is, they definitely know how to throw down. There's no doubt about that. There's still core here. And then straight into the more blackened death metal section, dare I say. And then straight into another vast open section. It's really epic. I'm happy that it's not 9 minutes. It's not that I don't mind long songs. I like them, but sometimes I'm not accusing Cincinnati Bowtie of this at all, but sometimes they can become a wee bit overindulgent. It's like, yeah, okay, cool, lots of open space, lots of lots of atmosphere, lots of build up, but can we actually get some music, in the meantime, when it's the bit just in front of the space and the bit behind the space actually gives the space significant, it gives it significance. So if it's just empty space, well, not empty space, but if it's just like, if it's just setting up something that never actually lands properly, then you probably should just cut that middle section out and just make the two sections run together type thing. But this a very epic song, but considering how it sounds, you can imagine this being like 12 minutes long, but it's only just over 5. It's really good. I apologize. I'm getting over being sick. You'll have to bear with me. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Last bit that I want to get to here. Second last bit, actually. 4 minutes. So the reason I want to highlight this is because it's not just another breakdown. It's got like a bit of a it's a chunkier, heavier section. It's definitely not what you would call a blackened section, but it's not just another breakdown with like a slightly different, like, just throwing some threes instead of throwing in some some opens or something like that. It's got a bit more groove to it. Those vocals are sounding fucking ballistic as well, and then this little fake out as well. I actually thought it was the end of the track. I thought it was just going to be a sudden stop. It caught me off guard. Yeah, it's very, very good, and there was a particular little nasty bit of vocals right at the end that I want to appreciate for 2 seconds, and then wrap this up. I mean, young man, wash your mouth out with soap, because that was fucking disgusting in the best possible way. So, I said it previously, and I'll say it again. Business as usual. This guy just can't release sucky music. He's incapable. It must be in his genetics or something. I imagine that it really must be quite freeing for it to just be you. So you put the song together, or you come up with this riff, or you come up with this idea for a track or something, and then you've got to wait for your guitarist to get back from home, and then you send it to him, and he thinks it's okay, but he's got something he wants to change. Then you have to wait for him to do that on in between working or looking after his kids, and then he sends it back, and then the drummer really hates the whole thing, and he doesn't want to do anything with it, and so on and so forth. I imagine it must be good to have other people to bounce off, but it also must be good to just go, I like this, therefore I'm going to put it into the song, and I don't have to worry about the bass player not liking what key it was played in or something like that. But good God Almighty, it must be a lot of work. I mean, and again, it's not like more basic music. That's not an insult to more basic music. I like punk, I like slam, I like whatever that whatever No Face No Case is, whatever you want to call that type of thing. There's a band that sound quite like them, called K9. I like all that, but this stuff is like really, really intricate. There's a hell of a lot going on. This was not easy to record, and the fact that it's just one dude and he's been doing it for so long, and this is his, like, I don't know how many tracks this guy's got. It's like over 100 or something like that. That's really, really impressive. But obviously the work ethic and all that wouldn't count for anything if the music wasn't actually any good, and thankfully the music is really, really fucking good. What else can I say? I'm rambling now. I'm always impressed with Cincinnati Bowtie, and this track is no exception. So, as per usual, if you scroll down, you'll find a link to the music video that we just watched. You'll also find a link to the reaction video I did for the last track. If you want to hear a bit more, a lot more about the history of of Cincinnati Bowtie, what he used to sound like, because it didn't always sound like that. He didn't sound like, don't go back and expect him to sound like fucking Green Day or something like that. He didn't change that much, but used to be just a little sneak peek before you go and watch that video. Hopefully before you go and watch that video, you got a lot more metalcore influences to begin with, lots more, especially in the guitar work, much more metalcore. And then and over time, as many bands have done, they've implemented more kind of atmospheric blackish metal sounding stuff into it, you know. You'll find a link to that. You'll find a link to Instagram, Facebook. You can follow him. You can do all that social media stuff. Buy some merchandise if he's got it. I'm pretty sure. I think I said that on the last video, and it turns out that he does have merchandise, or that he's getting it. But if he does, buy it. It's a really, really good way to actually just, you know, because obviously the guy's not going to be going out there playing as a one-man band, so you're not going to be able to see him play live. Not yet, anyway. Maybe he'll get a band together one day. Who knows? I don't know what his situation is like, but anyway, I digress. Buy some merchandise. Really good way to give this guy some money. And also, just go and check out all of his older stuff. I recommend all of them. Not all of them are as good. I can't remember exactly which one was my favourite, but it was one of like the later ones. The earlier stuff was good, but I'm not like the biggest kind of metalcore type guy, so it wasn't like, I'm not saying it sounded like Bullet for My Valentine or anything, but it wasn't, you know, it was decent, but didn't quite rev my engine. But go check out, you know, go check out everything, get his streaming numbers up, and just continue the momentum, because that's a hell of a track to release. When did this actually release? Right, so this was actually last year, the 20th of December, but today's the 11th of January, so we can, I mean, it's pretty much 23/24 type stuff, you know. But yeah, cannot wait to hear more. Yeah, really, really, really impressive as always. So one last time, Cincinnati Bowtie, Keeper of the Light. Go check that shit out. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will catch you guys later on. Peace.